Hi everyone, I'm Fox Psycher, your host with the most fur. Sorry if I sound funny, I recently got denture, finally. I got teeth. And I'm just gonna do some trials and some main scenario today, and yeah. I realized it had been like almost a week since I last streamed, so, you know, I figured since I'm already on FF14 anyway, I figured why not? My FF14 streams do pretty okay, especially when people rewatch them, which I super appreciate. Like, I really like to stream. I may not always be entertaining, but, I try to be. And right now I'm just going to be doing trials and main scenario. Trials with my samurai here, class. Super like that butterfly sword. I think that looks cool. Sparkly. Sparkly! Sorry. And, I'll do white mage for main scenario. Sometimes I'm not all about doing all the new stuff, but when I do, it's pretty fun. As far as my thoughts on Dawn Trail, I have to admit it's not like as exciting to me as the last expansion was, but I don't really have a problem with it. There's like nothing wrong with it. I just wish there was more to quest structures and follow this person to talk to this person, to go over here to talk to this person, and then talk to the original person, go across half the map to talk to the same person, like escort this person. I don't consider that as fun as like even simple kill X, whatever, monsters, or the purple circle fights. I don't know how else to describe those. But once you get down to the new trials and the new dungeons and all that stuff, that's where Dawn Trail truly shines. Okay? I haven't been too invested in the story. Usually I just skip the CGs. I shouldn't do that, but I do. But I have alts. But I like playing my bunny chick because she's so cool. Okay, I'm sorry. Put that back to me. Thanks. Cry me a river. I thought that was a cool play on words. And I got the Enemy of Innocence title rocking right now. I'm in the Mercy Free Company on the Sergeant Tannis server. If you play, you can add me if you want. Say hi. And as always, you're free to comment on the YouTube. I found it kind of hard to start on the Twitch platform, so I haven't really done that. I was thinking about doing once a week on there, but self-promotion is hard. I actually like YouTube as a creative platform. It's like having my own channel where I can, like when I was a kid, recording myself. It's like, welcome to the Foxx Psyker channel. Coolest channel on the block. Sorry I don't have the coolest, latest cartoons. If I can organize what shows were on here, man, that'd be something else. Like, if I was a cable network channel, I'd have my priorities, man. Nothing but the cool stuff. Freaking anime, tokusatsu, and old Godzilla movies and crap. Maybe that'd be a fault, though. I don't know. You should never make media just for yourself, because if you do, it's probably going to only be entertaining to yourself. Get me feels. Maybe. I don't know. We're not sponsored, but hey, I'll self-sponsor right here, right now. I got 3 books out right now. I don't know if any of you know that I am a author, but I do have 3 books out. They're all part of the same series. It is recommended you start with the first one, but... And I know they're pricey too, so I have digital versions available too that are super cheap. You can go to thewood.webador.com to reserve your copy today. Get it ordered. And they're made on demand, so don't worry about like copies selling out. You can order as many as you want. Please do. If you're wondering what it's about, I kind of figure it's a horror series with some unique twists and mysteries that everybody who reads the books will come away with a different impression, I think, of what it's about. So buy it and let me know what you think. Anyways, we're on to the fight. No, Dan Singer. Yeah.
Our hunt ends this day. There is nowhere you can flee that we cannot follow.
Even Zod must die.
When in doubt, just follow everyone else. Chances are there's somebody who knows what they're doing, even if you don't.
Your suffering is at an end.
Her moves are such horseshit. Sorry. Ah! Spray out. Wait. There we go.
All of us have known
Dang it.
despair. We have seen the end.
Third.
The same end. Again and again.
Do you want to be standing here? Here we go. Voila. Having dentures is so weird, by the way. Like, eating with them feels different than eating normally. Because, like, it feels like you always got something in your mouth. So, you know. And like your teeth are actually like rocks that grind and heal. So it's a different sensation. I don't know if I like it. I thought it would be easier to adapt. I don't know, over time I might get used to it. I turned 42 on the 10th.
It's so lonely.
I already have dentures and I feel super old. My son is all, you remember a time before the internet? Gosh, you're old. I'm like, yeah, well, you'll get there one day, kiddo. He like complains about ads that go on for 30 seconds, which we all kind of do. But, man, we used to wait like a half an hour just for an MP3, a single song to download on 56K. When I say this, I catch myself kind of sounding like, you know, back in my day, grabs old man king. We used to have this thing called phone lines. We had these things called the Nintendo 64, where multiplayer was done in the same household. I know, it's crazy. People actually gathering at a friend's house to play video games, that's uncalled for now. I just text me, bro. Hop online, right? It's a whole different landscape than it is. Yeah. But in a way, because I am older, I kind of appreciate these new innovations more, I think. Like a lot of FF14 alone is free. Like if you would have told me stuff like this would be free, I would have told you you're freaking nuts, man. Like even stuff like Fortnite, like you would have ate that crap up. back in the 90s. Like, without any doubt whatsoever. All over it. You might even have, like, different feelers about microtransactions now if it started back then.
If there is no happiness in life,
I wonder how many people would have bought into, like, V-Bucks back in the
there is
90s.
only one place it may be found.
You did pay for subscriptions, like, EverQuest. People are like, what's EverQuest? Shut up. It existed, so WoW could exist. Everybody knows World of Warcraft, but mention freaking EverQuest, people are like, who? Was that like a WoW clone? No, motherfucker. EverQuest in its prime is better than WoW ever was. But it's clearly not in its prime now. It's the same game, but he had a different mentality back then. As to us, EverQuest was more than just a game. It was like a chat room that had a game that, you know, a chat room with stuff you could do in the meantime. It was more about the social aspect. Most of the best stories of EverQuest or MMOs would always be like, yeah, me and my buddies, you know, we get on and do all this stuff. It was super fun. Like, I don't know what happened. The game didn't change, and it's like, well, you're not playing with your friends anymore. A lot of MMOs give you the option to play solo. Like, there's not much geared towards social interaction as there used to be. And I think that was part of the problem that we see today. Seeing a black screen always freaks me out. Did we do something wrong? No. We didn't fail state. But like I was saying, we went in with a different mindset. I mean, we kind of wish that we had graphics like this back then. That would have been crazy. It just wasn't possible. Polygons were new.
What is this defiance?
I remember playing Pilot Wings 64 for the first time. And I actually got the feeling of vertigo playing it. And I was like, what other... Like, this is the future, man. Like, what other systems can you get the feelings from? Like, you never got vertigo from playing regular Nintendo. Even Pilot Wings for Super Nintendo, you really didn't
many a time
get that sensation. It was just mode 7 and speckle.
Thus do we
Baking
know.
depth. But with the N64, back then,
to never give up.
like we were like, gaming's not going to get much better than this, man.
Hope will shine again.
And back then our expectations were a hell of a lot lower, obviously. But
What I saw.
But nowadays, I really think we're approaching that age where we can pretty much make whatever game we want. Any kind of graphics we want. Unreal Engine 5 does amazing things. Almost photorealistic type things already. So I mean, at a certain point, I feel like our games are going to get capped on how much power and RAM and things that we need behind it to run it. Even my PS5 standard, you know, does some pretty amazing stuff. And my gaming PC is a bit more powerful than it, I think. So.
This was not the art.
And eventually, graphics aren't becoming the huge selling point that it used to be. And I think in the future it's going to come down to like the sorry, brain fart. It's going to come down to the type of like the gameplay and the style. Like in what was it? Like Elden Ring. It's not the most graphical game you can ever play. It just isn't. But the style of the game matters greatly. And the style of Elden Ring and its atmosphere, and it's almost like stepping into a painting, that shit's awesome. And that's what I mean. Eventually it's just going to come down to style and gameplay is what sells us. It won't be graphics anymore. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm talking to myself here, but, you know, who knows? If you watch this later, give me your thoughts. If you're watching now, give me your thoughts. I can see them as they pop up. But I think it's amazing that in such a short time, how far gaming's gotten. I'm fortunate enough to start in the age of like Nintendo and coming off the age of Atari and all that. And I got to see the progression of video games as they went along. Like I was there for the Sega days, and hardly anybody I knew had a Sega CD or Saturn, or I didn't know a kid with a Dreamcast, but you know, it was rare to find a kid who had those Sega consoles from back then. But the Sega Genesis, you know, a lot of people had that. Some of us didn't really care back then about the newer consoles sometimes. Like, why do PlayStation sounds expensive? And games are graphical, but I'm not sure if I want to do the upgrading, but it became a lot more popular and a lot more good games came out. FF14, Legend of Dragoon, FF8, 9, Crash Bandicoot, Jersey Devil, I don't know. I'm probably the only one who remembers Jersey Devil. It was a competent platformer, but it was very much a platformer of its time. But I loved it, especially with the cartoon animations that were in there. It really made you feel like you were playing in a cartoon world, and this kind of like Batman-like character smashing pumpkins and stuff like that. And I don't mean the band, Smashing Pumpkins, who I did get to see live. They freaking rocked. And they even went a little off the cuff a little bit, playing to the crowd. It was freaking awesome. Then, we've definitely come a long way. And I kind of want to get a PSVR too, but I keep thinking, man, there's not enough games to justify a near PlayStation 5 cost, you know? I don't know if I should make the jump. Like, maybe if you guys tell me some PSVR games I should be on the lookout for, and like, be like, this is why you get PSVR 2, right? I'd be down for that. They almost got me with the, they almost got me with the Resident Evil, because Resident Evil in VR sounds freaking sick. I'd love that. Horror game in VR? Hell yeah. But I also thought Iron Man looks cool for the original PSVR, but I didn't get it because when I finally wanted one and could afford one, I couldn't find one anywhere. I could find the VR game for Iron Man everywhere, though. Like GameStop, no, we're sorry. What about other GameStops in the area? Looked at our computer, sir, and sorry, we don't have another one. Like, yeah, thanks. Thanks, Sony, for making it so unavailable I can't even buy it when I want to. But VR2 looks like it's more available. It doesn't seem like they're going to heavily support it. So it has me having questions. Consumer questions. Ultimate weapon. Scary looking. But relatively a pushover, especially with smooth healing.
But the ultimate weapon is all powerful.
But as far as VR, that's something I always thought the future of gaming would be. Like, I would thought it would have been out of my lifetime because at the rate games were going at the time. Yeah, we went from 8 to 16-bit to 32 and all that stuff, whatever bits meant. But VR was still kind of out there. And now that it's here, I'm not really using it. And I want to invest, but at the same time, I want the games to invest, you know?
Beyond mortal limits.
I want to feel like that my purchase, if I make this purchase of the VR2, that it's going to be worth it. Because that's several months of saving, at least.
And so it shall, for the ultimate weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik, It is the weapon's core.
The heart
an
of
enigma
Sabik.
whose surface even the vaunted
It
scholars
is the
of
weapon's
ancient Alec
core.
failed to scratch. The magic
So lore-wise,
has lain dormant
if I got
for
this right,
eons.
according to La Habrea, they really called this the Ultima weapon without knowing that the spell Ultima
spell
was in the
without
machine.
Ultima.
In the core of the machine. So they
I
called it
sought
the Ultima
life force
weapon
of the
without
primals
knowing about
for
Ultima.
No other reason but to quicken the core.
What are the odds?
For the true power of the Ultima
Point number
weapon
2 I want to
lies
make here,
within its
they
now
really freaking
beating
like their
heart.
elevators. You've been going up this elevator this whole fight and this whole cinematic.
No
Up and up and
more
up.
is necessary
It makes you think,
for
who
my
built
God
this?
to be reborn.
Whose bright idea was it to have this giant ass, one purpose elevator?
The hour is at hand.
Think of the man hours that went into making this elevator. And maybe I'm thinking too hard on it because, you know, it's a video game, punk.
From the deepest pit of the
But I
seven hells
gotta
to
wonder
the
stuff
very
like that,
pinnacle of the
man.
heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Ba-boom! There's a indie games like showcase type show going on right now. Game Junction right now is live covering it. So I wouldn't blame you if you jump ship watching me play 14 for the 100th time. Go over and watch that. I'd be fine with that. They're cool guys.
Oh, Heidelin. It seems the task of keeping your
I should be
champion
participating
alive
right
has
now,
exhausted what
but
strength you
I'm
had
not.
left.
It's not his fault.
Belsar, your enemy's shield is broken.
It's like I felt like
The
playing
rest
games
I
instead of
leave
watching a
to
bunch of
you.
indie trailers. And it's no fault to the indie games because I'm sure they're great. There's a lot of great indie games out there coming out. So
But first,
I would not blame you if you go watch that.
You. The question of who is mightier remains.
I must deal with you.
Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together.
Yeah. My hot ass bunny in a skirt. See? Back to your scheduled program. As far as MMOs, I did play like throughout the years. I played EverQuest, RuneScape a lot back in the day. I tried Star Wars Galaxies, I think it was called, back then. And I played WoW, and I got back into WoW for a while with a free server. But that kind of puttered out the free server anyway. One of the most popular ones too. But it had Wrath of the Lich King. It was just classic Lich King WoW, which was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Then we got up to Kata, and then some of our player base kind of been dribbling off. But we still have the Lich King servers open too, so it's not like we were forced on the free server to switch. But when the Kata came out for it, we all switched over there because I guess it was kind of new for her server. I haven't played retail WoW in like years. And then I eventually got into 14. That's pretty much my MMO limits. I tried a bunch of free MMOs, but none really grabbed me. Too much. Like Dungeons and Dragons online was pretty awesome. I have to admit. And I have tried ESO. It's hard to exactly tell how good I am at that game because every level really seemed like the last, almost. Maybe I just haven't gotten into the grind. I don't know. But I wound up in 14 because I like Final Fantasy and my roommate, my best friend, plays it. And we've been playing it since we started a couple of years back. Got over like 400 some hours in this. So it's a good game. But it's one that I haven't invested as much time. My roommate, though, holy crap. He's like number 80 in the server of Sergeant Tennis, at least, or whatever server he's on now. That, like, he's in the top 80 for as far as achievements. Like, he's played FF14 a lot longer than I ever. But I play enough to justify one thing every month for it, which I think is like $16, $17 a month. Not too bad. And like I said, most expansions are free up to this point, almost all. So if you're liking the look of this and haven't gotten into 14 yet, get into it, see if you vibe with it. The trial's pretty expensive, and it's not timed or anything. You can level just about every class to 60 or 70 even. So try it out if you like it. And that's all I plan to do today for as far as 14 streaming. And I might stream later because I did promise a friend that I would do God of War Ragnarok again, a little bit more of that. So I will definitely be down for that. As far as other games that I plan to do, I will do Star Wars Outlaws, but not for a while. Because I'm still working on Black Myth Wukong, which I will stream. I also plan to do Cuphead on stream, even though I totally suck at it. And several other games, you know. I have been getting more games recently. Mostly to not only flex that, like, yeah, my collection's growing, but also so you know, you guys don't necessarily have to buy games yourselves, or if you're on the fence, you can see actually just straight up gameplay, what it's like. And not just the beginning. Wow. I can almost... God, I'm a perv. Alright, I'm sorry. Icky bunny. Woohoo! Indeed, for the people who stuck with me. But that's all I'm going to do for 14 today. But, you know, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Ding the ding and the bell, I mean. My ding-a-ling. Feel free to comment at any time. I am very good at responding to everyone so far. So, you know, let me know how I'm doing, what you want to see more of, what games you would like to see. There's a lot of modern games out there, and, you know, not everybody has the money or free income that I do in order to purchase a lot of these titles. So let me know what you might be on the fence about, and let's try it out. So thanks for watching me, everyone, and wish you a good time.